Hey guys, it's me, Josh Halter, owner and founder of the Bldg, and today I am very excited to unveil a new segment called Terrarium Tips, a new series covering the basics of maintaining your bioactive habitats. Today's episode contains beginner advice for taking care of the plants in your animal's habitat. Not everyone has a green thumb, including me, but that's okay, that's why we're here. You don't have to be an arborist to keep everything functional. Tip number 1, clip overgrown or dead plants. As you can clearly see, our cinnamon tree frog habitat is going full nature on us. We're gonna make space in here by trimming back some of these pothos, philodendrons, and of course looking at some of our bromeliads to ensure that they are healthy. As you can see, Dude crew member Paul is going to play hairdresser today. When clipping your plants, it is best to cut above the junction of a leaf and stem. Keep in mind, any type of clippings like that beautiful pothos right there, you can put them in another habitat after you disinfect them to propagate new baby plants and other enclosures. As you can see here, we are really trimming this bad boy back. Our isopod guy, Josh, is removing the dead leaves from the monstera in our Chinese gliding frog habitat. He can tell which parts are dead because they've turned yellow. Dead foliage can be added to the other biodegradables in your tank. Warning, it is a good idea to have someone keep an eye on these chubby creatures because sometimes they try to jump out while we're doing this maintenance on our bioactive habitat. Tip number 2, we create opportunities for foraging and grazing. You can see the queen here, Abby. How she's still here is beyond me, but she regularly clears out her tank's flora. Some plants that grow well in the Terra Sahara include spineless cacti, aloe, jades, elephant feed, and some succulents like Haworthia and Echeveria. Paul is pulling the cactus out of the pot, and he is going to start digging a hole for the new plant, a delicious spineless Apontia or prickly pear cactus. Before putting the plant in the ground, you always want to break up the roots. This helps the plant's root system spread and take hold more efficiently. Put the plant in the hole and pack the substrate around it. For most bioactive habitats, you'll either water your plants once a week or rely on a misting system. You can see us preparing spaghetti agave by breaking up its roots. As soon as he's finished placing it, Abby ran over to say she's had enough of us messing with her stuff. Tip number 3, don't plant your plants too close to your heat source. If your plants look dry and brown, they're probably getting way too hot. Some plants are more tolerant in general, like snake plants and pothos, but as you can see, other plants like these Neanthobella palms are a little bit more delicate. Take a look at the mourning gecko habitat with the Korean rock ferns. Oh, so precious. Number 4, keep ground cover in mind. Terrestrial snakes and many lizards benefit from plants like gigantas, bird's nest ferns, or pothos that hang down and spread wide. They feel very secure when they can hide under a whole roof of leaves. The green peperomia, like pictured here in our gopher snake habitat, is a great option. It travels quick, it has an extensive root system, and it provides lots of different floor cover, like we're talking about now. Here in our leucistic black rat snake's habitat, you can see the large pothos leaves taking over this tank, and I can tell you it makes him feel right at home. Tip number 5, watch out for mealybugs. It happened to me, it'll probably happen to you too, it happens to the best of us. If you keep close tabs on your habitat and you rinse the plants before planting them, you can help prevent hitchhikers like mealybugs. The first sign of a mealybug issue is a white cotton-like fuzz on leaves. Sometimes a new population can be eradicated. You can remove infected leaves and rinse and clean your plant with isopropyl alcohol on a cotton swab a few times a week. However, if the invaders have already taken over, it's recommended to completely replace your substrate and plants. Mealybugs generally dislike moisture and have a 6 to 8 week lifespan. Last but not least, tip number 6, use mushrooms as an indicator of moisture. One of the most common questions we get is whether the mushrooms are a bad sign in your animal's bioactive habitat. Truthfully, it depends. A mushroom in a subtropical or tropical habitat means that your tank has a very healthy relationship of different fungal processes occurring within. And that can be said for an arid environment as well. But if you are seeing an excess of mushrooms in your arid environment, it could mean that your substrate is too moist. And that's it. Just a quick video as our first episode of Terrarium Tips. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on all of our socials to learn more about bioactive habitats. I appreciate everybody's support. The dude abides.